Hello everyone and welcome back to Oxventure Presents Deadlands. I'm Andy and I will be your marshal today, and joining me are our players. Who are you there?
I'm Jane and I'll be playing Garnet Monroe. Yeehaw.
Yay, and I'm Ellen and I'm playing Edie Valentine. Howdy.
So, last time, Silas, Edie and Nate headed to the town of Godsacre in search of a magical candle they need for the ritual required to open the gate to the spirit world. The candle was in the possession of a US marshal named Luther Rackstraw, who was meting out divine punishments to those he considered to have sinned. It was a close run thing, but you made it out of there with the candle, and I think a newfound appreciation for not being struck by supernatural hell lightning. Mm-hmm. The two of you, working off a vision from Nate, you now find yourself on a streetcar, trundling along the tracks in the city of New Amian. Hard wooden benches, brass fixings surround you. There are
that kind of
ding, ding, ding. Yeah, there are advertisements for various patent medicines, a fading poster for Bison Billy's Wild West show on the side there. And
he's nice.
you've got a few minutes here as the streetcar makes its way to your destination.
How much do I know about the hell lightning incident? Do you want to catch me up? Shall we say you've caught me up?
Yeah.
And that's the story with hell lightning.
I mean, you could catch,
let's go.
Put the legwork in.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No shorthand,
Put the
says
role
Andy.
in role play. Okay. Well, I don't know whether you felt, I don't quite know how to put it in lingo that is appropriate for the time that we're set in.
The time?
The world that we're
present
set
day in which we exist.
The streetcar driver turns around. What do you mean the time? There's only one time, lady. And it's now, the old-timey time.
Well, it's like if the power moving this streetcar along, imagine if instead of pushing the streetcar, it pushed all my feelings all the way out my toes and into the earth, and it was just...
You talking about electricity, lady? Well, we all know about that here at this time.
I know, it's just...
Well, maybe turn the streetcar around. I'll do it.
You can't turn a streetcar.
It's on rails.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's on rails. Dang. Hey, lady, you want to drive driving streetcars?
I know
you
my
seem to know a lot about it.
I'm a big streetcar fan. I'm making that canon now. Big streetcar aficionado. Well, you were in an awful way when you came back with that candle.
Yeah.
Edie.
It was
bad time.
We saw some dreadful things. Some people they just locked them in a mine and had a horrible creature eat them and absorb them, and it's not a way I would want to go.
Sounds even worse than the time I had, which was also terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that
But we got that bell.
Yeah,
we got the bell. We've got the candle.
We got the candle. We're getting there. It'll be fine. And today we'll get this goddamn book. And
Right.
Check
Nate's
another
vision.
thing off.
Book.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Edie not interested in what happened to Garnet.
Oh, well, that happened a while ago.
Please tell me.
I got shot so many times. I went on fire because this guy had a flame-throwing piano. Flames,
We're just dealing with all the elements, aren't we?
Yeah. But I'm feeling fighting fit now.
Yeah, you look great for it.
Thank you, Edie.
Little singed
Thank you.
here
That
and
means
there,
a lot.
but-
Yeah, well, I haven't had time to pick up new duds, but
Maybe we'll do
feeling
that
much
today.
better
Yeah.
and fully recovered from my wounds
Yeah, same.
is a way to put that.
Okay, the bell on the streetcar starts ding, 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 ding.
Love that sound.
The driver, Floral District. This stop is the Floral District.
Sounds wonderful.
I think that's what we need to get off at, and that's
So
us.
we've got these.
These helpful little
You've
newspaper
seen this advertisement.
advertisement. Yeah, would you like to read it out?
It says, the Great Redstone seeking assistance, and this relates to Nate's vision,
Yeah.
correct?
It
of a
does.
book.
It does.
The headline reads, where the possibility ceases, the impossibility commences. The Great Redstone, the one who knows, positively the only conjurer in the world who defies duplications, explanations, imitation, or contradiction, seeks plucky gals. I guess that's
Well,
us.
I mean, we're plucky. We're pretty
Plucky as hell. To work as assistants to his great illusions that have baffled great minds in New York City as well as out west. Present yourself at the Mystic Mansion, the Floral District. That's where we are. New Amian to audition.
So we gotta go audition, try get in, and then we can look for the book.
Okay, well that sounds more like your kind of wheelhouse, Edie, being a natural performer.
But also, you're good with your cards.
Yeah,
you
that's
can be
true.
a good fun
I can
assistant.
audition a little
Yeah.
bit. Card magic I could do. But literal card magic though. I can't do illusions, Edie. I can do real actual magic, I say quietly.
What was that? You can do what?
Don't you worry, streetcar man.
Okay.
She can really match it.
Odd thing to say.
Yeah, well, it's to do with the thing that we were talking about, a little inside joke. It's
Ladies,
fine.
you getting off the streetcar
Yeah,
or
we're
not?
just-
Sorry.
We take our baggages and go.
Okay, so you step off the streetcar to find yourselves on an extremely well-to-do street in the floral district of the city of New Amian. It's a large avenue lined with trees, gas lamps dotted along the sidewalk. The streetcar track runs along down the middle. The bell clangs insistently as it pulls away and rattles off down the street. The sweet scent of blooming magnolia and jasmine flowers fills your nostrils, and you find you are stood outside the Mystic Mansion, the famous home of the stage illusionist Howard Redstone, aka the Great Redstone, aka the One Who Knows. It's an imposing Italianate mansion with wrought iron balconies wrapping the first and second floors. A garden full of topiary animals. It has pink walls with eggshell blue shutters. Edie, you could almost swear that the topiary rabbits and deer and dogs and cats, they look so realistic you could almost swear they were moving when you weren't looking at them, but of course, such a foolish idea. That could never happen. Anyway,
We're gonna have to fight hedges.
anyway, you're stood outside the house clutching these newspaper advertisements, and so is someone else, in fact.
Hello. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hello, I'm Tilly. I've just knocked something off the table. That's good. And I will be playing Daphne. And I'm just excited to be here and hopefully, I guess y'all are my competition for this magician's assistant role, which I would really like. So, yes, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's lovely to meet you.
Likewise. Have you been waiting long?
No, we just arrived, haven't we, Garnet?
Yeah, we're the plucky gals, sorry.
Oh, yes, I heard he's looking for women of pluck.
Yeah, we got pluck out the wazoo.
We got so much pluck. We sound rather similar. I wonder if we're from the same locale.
Grown up, must be.
Maybe around the
Louisiana
corner.
girl.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Is it?
New Amian's local.
New Amians, yes. Well, I am local, actually, and yes. I really need a job, so I hope this works out. Don't we all in this?
Do you have
world.
experience in magician assisting?
Well, no, but I used to be a gardener, and he's got some wonderful hedges out here, so I can definitely save him some money on gardening.
Yeah, they're so lifelike.
Topiary skills.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's on my sheet. Topiary 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool, so yes, there is a large front door with ornate stained glass panels depicting doves, a top hat, a magic wand, annoying magic stuff. So as you approach the front door, a hatch above the door swings round, and there's an animatronic owl, sort of made of metal and wood, and it has large glass eyes that sort of like move around and fix themselves on you.
Oh my, what hooters!
Woohoo! Thank you for noticing.
Says the owl.
What do you answer even though it never asks you a question?
Uh-oh, it's a riddle.
Woohoo!
Oh! An advertisement?
Yes, I suppose, but not in this instance.
Oh,
Says the
damn.
owl.
Oh, yeah, one of those riddles that has 5 different answers, but you only accept one, I
Yes!
see. Okay.
Oh, I've heard about those. Could you repeat it, please, Hooters?
What do you answer even though it never asks you a question?
Would you answer, even though it never asks you a question? So you can answer.
I've heard of these newfangled devices.
Oh, yes.
A telephone?
No.
Also no. Okay.
Oh,
But we agree they exist? Question mark.
Telegram.
A call in the forest?
No, that's 3 incorrect answers, but
Well, we'll be on our way.
welcome to the Mystic Mansion.
Says the owl, and a little flap flips around on the door, and there is a doorbell.
See.
Oh, the door. You answer the door.
All right.
Can I give you another answer?
No, please.
All
Then
right.
I'll ring the doorbell.
After you, ladies.
Sure. And Edie hesitantly, because Edie's got prior with animatronics trying to murder her.
Okay.
So Edie very
Don't trust that owl.
presses the doorbell.
Yeah, a melodic tinkling rings out as you press the doorbell. After a few moments, the door is answered by an extremely elderly-looking butler. He has his receding hairline back to here with kind of crazy white hair. He's wearing a very formal coat, and he has deep, sort of sunken eyes. Hello, my name's Pevensey. May I inquire as to why you are here today?
We're here to answer this advertisement.
Yes. You've come for the auditions.
Yes.
Very good.
Have you had many girls audition yet?
There have been a few. They're waiting in the theater for the master.
Very good.
He's got his own tech theater in here.
That's wild. He must have a lot of money. Sir, Mr. Pevensey, how long have you worked for the one who knows?
Oh, many years now. The master takes very good care of us here in the Mystic Mansion.
Are you his only servant, or?
Well, there are others, but I am the only one allowed to receive guests.
See.
If you would like to follow me, I will lead you through to the theater. Follow along behind Pevensey, along the corridors of the Mystic Mansion. Everything is lined in dark wood, mahogany, and stained glass. There are magic posters on almost every surface featuring the one who knows, the Great Redstone. A lot of them depict him communing with demons or imps. Some of them have the devil whispering in his ear, or him poring over a book. And in fact, the book you can see in one of these posters looks very similar to the one that Nate described to you, Edie, in his vision.
He kind of looks like Eddie Redmayne, but if he works in the gym.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can sort of see that.
I was also thinking, do you know the US show The Mentalist?
Yes, he looks like the mentalist.
He looks like The Mentalist.
Well, I mean, he's a kind of mentalist. Going by the number of posters he's got.
These posters are just overwrought with their descriptions. Do the spirits come back? Redstone, the great magician, the wonder show of the universe, myriad modern master mysteries that paragon description. You get the sense that this guy believes a lot of his own hype as you make your way through these corridors.
Certainly not shy and believing in himself, is he?
Yeah, definitely a humble guy.
But yes,
Extremely.
this book has a sort of crude human face stretched across the cover. And he's poring over this as the devil whispers in his ear at a large desk in one of these posters. So you're shown through into the theatre. The house contains its own theatre. Quite large, probably seats 300 or 400 people. There's a raised stage with red velvet curtains, brass and gilt fittings, and a large sort of mural on the ceiling of the Great Redstone performing his amazing illusions. And there are a couple of other girls sort of milling around anxiously, waiting for something to happen. If you would just like to wait here, the master will be with you presently, says Pevensey, and then melts into the walls, not literally. But you have to specify in Deadlands.
You do.
He melts into the shadows.
Yeah, I'd like to just shuffle up to Garnet and just whisper, there, the book was in one of the posters.
The Facebook.
Yeah. The awful Facebook.
Gotta watch out for that Facebook. Okay, can we check out the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. Do me a notice roll.
Okay. That is a 1 success.
One success. Okay, there are a couple of other girls in here. judging by sort of your knowledge of human nature and the sort of people who answer these ads, you would say these are quite naive, quite inexperienced girls who aren't from the city and have sort of come here looking for some excitement, some showbiz.
Not doing like elaborate stretches in leotards or anything.
No, they're just sort of like marveling at the room. It's lit by gas lamps, which is probably not something they've seen indoors. And yeah, it's an extremely nice, well-appointed theatre.
Well, I think we're in with a good chance. A good chance as any.
Yeah.
One of the girls walks up to you and she's like, "You're here to audition too?"
Yes, we are. What's your name?
I'm Lola. Gosh, it's so exciting to be in the Mystic Mansion. I heard so much about it.
Lola, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from back east. It's a little town. You probably haven't heard of it. It's called Blimsville.
Oh, Blimsville. Now that's right on the Florsfar border, right?
You've been?
Yeah, right next to the Glar Lake.
Oh,
I love it there.
We used to go swimming in Glar Lake every summer.
Keep going.
Such happy memories.
How did you hear about this?
Well, I saw the advertisement in the newspaper. I just seemed like such a wonderful opportunity. I mean, they say the Great Redstone, he has a different assistant every show, but I feel like if I were to get that job, I could maybe make it last and learn the tricks myself and become a magician and earn all kinds of money and show business. Oh, isn't it just so exciting?
A different magician, a different assistant every show.
Well, they say it's for the secrets. He doesn't want anyone to learn his methods.
That's why it's a different assistant every show.
Well, that's what I heard. I read an interview with him in a magazine. But I was just tickled pink to hear he was accepting new applications. I mean, I also heard Mr. Redstone is very handsome as well, so it's just so glamorous. Couldn't you just burst? Maybe it's a bad picture. I don't.
Yes, handsome men can certainly lead to great trouble, Lola. And,
Never a true word spoken, Daphne.
well, I've been around the block. Not very far, of course, but I've been halfway around the block.
Yeah.
Been to Blimson.
Yeah.
At least
pretty far.
this year.
Yeah.
I've been to the Glar Lake, which is
It's wonderful.
stunning this time of year. Yes.
Okay, so as you're talking to Lola, suddenly the lights in the theatre dim, and a voice comes over. There seems to be some sort of speaker system in here. And the voice goes,
Please welcome to the stage the master of magic, the maven of the mystical, the Great Redstone, the one who knows.
and then applause seems to be being piped in from somewhere, but a sort of wave of applause ripples through, and the Great Redstone himself walks out onto the stage. He is richly dressed in a purple vest, a yellow cravat. His hair is styled in a daring swoop. He's wearing white gloves and a tailcoat. He looks very, very impressive and very pleased with himself. And, he makes his way out onto the stage. Welcome, girls, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to audition to become my assistant. Marvelous, I see we have many new faces here today. Perhaps you would like to introduce yourself to the others that we may know your names.
Hi, I'm Edie Valentine.
Edie Valentine, everybody. Round of applause for Edie.
Thank
Yes.
Daphne, sir.
Daphne, sir, everybody. Marvelous,
She
marvelous.
decides to just go with it.
Stage name.
Yeah.
Garnet Munro.
Garnet Monroe, marvelous, marvelous. Well, welcome. As you know, I am the Great Redstone, the one who knows. And I know what I'm looking for in an assistant. I have powers that many men wish to acquire. But only I, the Great Redstone, may harness these powers. The spirits chose me through whom to work. The membrane between this world and the next. So very thin.
Is he wearing a wig?
I think he might be.
Can access the esoteric powers of the Magicorium. He's sort of going on like this for a while. He seems to be sort of lost in his own. He's got another guy next to him who came out with him. Seems to be a sort of fixer guy with he's got a pistol on his hip, and he just sort of gives him a nudge, and he's like, "And the Magicorium is the yes, yes, of course, the audition, yes. So we will run you through a few important skills that one of my assistants must have here in the Theater of Magic. Miss Monroe, was it?
Mr. Redstone.
Please come and join me on the stage."
All right. She awkwardly shuffles onto the stage, not at all comfortable with being on a stage. Yeah.
Okay, he produces a pack of playing cards from
now that I can do.
his vest pocket, and he hands this
Edie's like, show him up, show him up.
to you. Now, Miss Monroe, in front of your peers and in front of the imps which whisper only to Redstone.
Can I do a little notice roll? Like, as a huckster, do I have a sense that this man is an actual, like, magical huckster type, or simply an illusionist?
Interesting. Do me a notice roll.
Or are we too early to tell? That is a failure.
Failure. I think is quite good at misdirection. So you're sort of trying to get a sense of what he's doing with his hands and stuff, but every time you try to look at something else catches your attention.
Okay.
So, it's hard to get a read on him.
Fine.
Now, Miss Monroe, you have a deck of playing cards here. In front of everyone else, I would like you to shuffle them without being overcome with a womanly fainting spell.
Edie is just like, everything in her is holding herself back from just absolutely going on the stage and punching him in the face.
All right, stony faced. I'd like to do like the most elaborate shuffle that you've ever seen. It's a kind of waterfall worm. Like,
Okay, do me a gambling roll.
Yeah, I will. And I get to re-roll this, except I won't re-roll this.
That was an
it's
explosion.
exploding. That is a 9, so it's a success with a raise.
Success with the raise. All right, describe the shuffle that you do.
Well, it's kind of as I say, it's like an extremely tall waterfall worm. I cut the deck into 5 pieces and sort of animate it between my hands, and then it kind of reassembles itself. And then I present the shuffle deck.
Okay. Redstone, he's still smiling, but from his body language, he's furious.
Yes.
Okay, he is going to take the deck and try and do a better roll,
Let's
shuffle
see it.
than you.
Do a trick.
So, all right, he attempts a waterfall shuffle, but the cards sort of off onto the floor. Yes, a fine demonstration of how not to shuffle a deck, and good. Yes, you're on the maybe pile, off the stage.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Redstone, and
Okay, so you
gratefully.
Yes, so he's looking a little shamefaced. Now next, Miss Valentine, was it?
Yes, sir.
Come and join me on the stage of magic.
Okay.
Now, he goes into the wings and he pulls out a large box on wheels, which presumably is used in some sort of illusion. He says, "Now, Miss Valentine, I wish you to turn this box around without falling over or going into hysterics. Please."
Edie's just like, most of her energy is going into just not attacking this. All right. Certainly, sir. And would like to try and walk around. What do you need me to roll?
I mean, I don't think that would be particularly hard, but just actually do me a spirit roll to not get so angry you f*** this up.
Yeah. Yes, that's a success.
Okay, so yeah, describe what you do.
With barely contained rage, but she's just hiding it under the surface, so she still kind of looks like, you know the smile like you give to someone who's like not leaving you alone in your bar, and you're like, no, it's fine, thank you. And she walks around with the box and then goes like that at the end, little swish with the hands.
Mm-hmm. Amazing! Incredible, not a single hysteric from Ms. Valentine. Marvelous. He sort of gives you an appraising look, and Just do me a notice roll real quick.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
It's one success?
That's one success.
One success. Yeah, behind you, you hear the pop of one of the gas lamps, which you sort of turn to look at that. You look back. Redstone is closer to you now, and he says, "Thank you so much for coming onto the stage. Now, please, if you would join the other girls."
Just weeping angel me. Yeah. Yes, sure, sir. Yeah, step up.
Okay. Now, Ms. Sir, if you would like to come up and join me for your audition. Now, very important part of being assistant to the Great Redstone, the one who knows, is you must appreciate my act. So, I will now tell a joke, and you will have to laugh the appropriate amount.
I think this is the hardest task.
Why, you know...
She's the guest. That's the hardest one. You can't do that.
Daphne's been smiling this whole time, and I think she feels like this might be her only chance to, like, get close to this guy. So she says, "Oh, I saw your act in Mountville, and you had a wonderful girl with you. One of my friends, actually, Gertrude." And that's the first time that her face drops. And she's just trying to get a read on him. When she says the word Gertrude, is there any shift in him?
Okay, do me a notice roll.
Okie dokie, so my notice is 10. So that's going to be a 10 with a d6, right? Cool. That's 3, not great. And a 2. I got a 3 and a 2, so I'm probably not going to.
So no success. Yes, you look at him and he just regards you impassively.
There's a slight note of frustration and then, "Well, I'd love to hear your joke."
Indeed. Well, strikes very theatrical pose. "I know this one magician that keeps using trapdoors in his act. It's just a stage he's going through."
She's actually genuine. She finds it really, really funny. She loves pun-based humour. Oh, that's good. That's good. Where did you get that?
Yes, a little shrill.
Oh, fantastic. What'd you say?
A little shrill. Perhaps something we can work on. Yes, if you would like to join the others. Hey everyone, it's your friendly Deadlands Marshal Andy, here to let you know about an exciting new item we have at store.outsidexbox.com. It is this handsome Deadlands Season 2 limited edition lithographic print of the key art from the series by Colin Craker, featuring all of your favourite characters like Jim Bob, Bobby Sue, Sue Ellen, Joe Bob, and Bobby Bobson. If you want to get your hands on this limited edition numbered lithographic print, head on over to store.outsidexbox.com, but act fast if you want to take home a piece of the Weird West.
Hi everyone, Oxventure producer Zach here to tell you about our Patreon exclusive show, The Deadlands Epitaph, where Andy and I go through all the behind the scenes details that bring Deadlands together. Find out even more about how Oxventure gets made over at patreon.com/oxclub today. We'll see you there.
He runs through the auditions with the other couple of girls who are here. It's all similarly patronizing bullshit. And as the auditions wrap up, he takes back to the stage. Like, "Well, girls, you've all done it. You're all Redstone material. Very pleased to welcome you aboard. Pevensey will show you through to the dormitories, and your training can begin in the morning."
Wait, Mr. Redstone, did we all pass?
Yes, you will be
Everyone?
you'll be taking part in the intensive assistant boot camp training that we do here at the Mystic Manor. You'll learn all kinds of things. You'll learn to handle a deck of cards properly, Ms. Monroe. And you'll learn to not keep going into hysterics, and you will get that shrillness out of you, I'm sure.
You're gonna live here?
That's a lot of assistance, Mr. Redstone.
Yes, well, I can't have any of you learning my secrets. I'd like to rotate them, you see. Keep things fresh.
Well, surely, sir, and I don't mean to disrespect in any way. Surely, exposing more people to how you do your tricks actually makes it harder to contain those secrets, whereas, you know, you could have 1 or 2 assistants
That you trust.
That you trust.
Yes.
And maybe sign a contract with you and...
Why is this one talking to me? He says to his assistant. Can someone get them out of here, please?
I'll do no such thing. You go for it.
I like you, Daphne.
Anyway, I will see you on the morrow, he says, and disappears in a puff of smoke.
I hate that guy.
Well, that is just, what a bizarre man.
So yes, Pevensey shuffles back into the room. He melts out of the wall, literally, this time.
Look, I feel as if we're on a similar wavelength. I'll be honest with you. I didn't actually come here to become a magician's assistant. I became, a couple of years ago, I decided to become an investigative journalist. And, unfortunately, my personal life and my work has combined, and my sister, who I don't much speak to, was one of Mr. Redstone's recent assistants. And Gertrude, yes.
Okay.
And we didn't speak. She is a but, you know. I don't want her to be dead or nothing. I don't want her to be dead.
I get that. We all have family like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. And hopefully you can help me figure out what's going on. I mean, this bizarre,
He is bizarre.
Situation.
And since we're being honest, we're actually not here for the job.
No.
Mr. Redstone, we think he has a book that we are interested in acquiring. A book, yeah.
It's got a horrible face on it. It's on one of the posters, so we think that he probably has it.
Okay.
We think that's probably, to be honest, looking at his abilities today, it's probably the only thing that actually is giving him any kind of talent whatsoever. So I'm worried that he might be keeping it under, close lock and key.
This isn't an actual magical item? Is magic real here? Do people know about magic or not?
It is real, but people who can do it, so people like Garnet, hucksters, they tend to keep it quite close to their chest because there's a lot of kind of fear and suspicion.
Okay, great.
If everyone does me a common knowledge roll, actually, just to see what you know about the Mystic Mansion, because it does have quite a reputation.
6. I've done my research. Does that mean I roll again?
Yes.
Another 6. 2 6s, a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
So that's success with a raise there.
Yeah. And
Just one success.
Plain successes for us.
okay, yeah, you have heard of the Mystic Mansion. You understand it's both the home of the Great Redstone and a sort of members club for magicians and this performance space. Daphne, you've heard a little more about it, and as you understand it, the mansion is said to have a secretive library that's said to be the greatest collection of occult books in the world.
Oh, well, when I was doing my reading for this investigation, I read about a library that's meant to be in this building that is the largest collection of magical books around these parts. So maybe that could be where we...
That sounds exactly like the thing we're looking for. Yeah.
I think so too.
And maybe we'll find something about my Gertrude at some point.
I hope so. We'll keep an eye out and find what we can.
I sure hope he hasn't done one of those, chopped her up in those thingamabobs. What do you call them?
I was worried that he was going to make me get in that box.
I know.
I was like, at least he just made me walk around it. I was not going to get in that
Don't
thing.
get
We can
in
agree
that.
it's suspicious that these assistants only have one turn and then they vanish.
Oh, yes. There's definitely something strange going on.
Pevensey is like, if you would like to follow me to the dormitories. Yes, oh, sorry, I melted out of the wall again.
Oh.
Yes.
Came out of nowhere.
See?
I will show you to the dormitories where you may spend the night, and then in the morning your training can begin. You care to follow me?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
We follow, paying close attention to the path through the mansion.
Okay, so Pevensey leads you through a bunch more of these ornate corridors full of magic posters of Redstone, the crystal seer, staring into a crystal ball as the imps whisper in his ears dark secrets. You're led into a very Spartan-looking room compared to the rest of the house. It's got bunk beds in it. There's some wallpaper on the wall, but it's sort of faded and peeling. Here's the dormitory. You should find yourself very comfortable in here. The morning bell will sound at 6 a.m. You'll have breakfast and then your training will begin. Good night. I shall see you then.
And if I need the restroom in the night?
I doubt that will be the case, he says.
A snack? Where the...
No, I don't think so.
Is the door lockable? Does it look lockable?
Yeah, so as he goes through the door, you hear the door close and a key turns in the lock.
Oh, that's not very good.
No, that is not. This is what most people would call messed up.
I've heard that phrase before.
So
Kids
yeah,
are
you're in
saying-
the dormitory with the other couple of girls who auditioned. Lola is here. He's like, I'm going to turn it right now, but I'm so excited. I don't know if I'll sleep. She goes and climbs into one of the bunks, pulls the covers up,
you,
and is
Lola.
like, I'm going to be a star.
I don't want to
gonna
tell
die.
her.
To save Lola, everybody.
Get her out.
Oh, I should have got her out of there while I could.
Okay, so yeah, it is now, the evening is turning into night. You get the sense that the house is sort of quieting down, people are turning in. It's, the wee hours.
Any windows in this room?
Not if there's a bathroom.
The windows in here are actually, they have been bricked up.
Cool stuff. Not off-putting at all.
Good. Seems fine. Seems cool and fine.
Appreciate being in the murder basement. That's great.
I'm so glad that my extensive training as an investigative journalist means that I can hold my pee for up to 20 hours.
Wow, that's actually a very difficult skill.
It is.
Well
yeah,
done.
Got a
thank you so
D12
much.
in pee holding. That's good.
All right, if it sounds quiet outside, can we examine the lock on the door?
Yeah, of course. Do me just a regular notice roll to have a look at this lock.
Are you a trick taker? That card thing you did was
I
wonderful.
have lots of experience as a croupier. I've worked the casinos with my
wow.
daddy.
How exotic.
I don't often
You're
get...
a real woman of the world.
I'm a woman of many places.
That's so exciting. I wonder if you can get this door open.
Let's try. That's actually an 8 on my 8.
Oh, great.
And that's a 10. So 1 success and 1 raise.
Okay, yeah. So this is just it's a regular lock. It's heavy duty, but it's a normal lock that you would use a key on. So there's nothing supernatural or weird about it.
Good.
Do either of you know how to pick a lock? I've got a gun.
Oh yeah, don't take away our guns.
Guns.
I don't think.
Don't worry.
Let's put it on the maybe pile. Everyone's got a gun.
Maybe not in Act 1. Maybe later on.
We should give it a try, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Hairpins. We've all got
we've all
hairpins.
got-
Oh yeah. We've all
Handfuls
got.
of them.
It's all
Okay.
yeah.
Well, this would be a thievery roll to pick a lock.
Is it?
I don't have thievery.
So you would all
You're
be
an honest
rolling
bunch.
a
Gosh,
D4
we're so honest.
and a D6 at a -2 penalty because you're untrained in lock picking.
We'll all try.
Yeah, we line up each with a hairpin
Yeah.
and have a go at picking.
I
Look,
watched a play about a thief on Broadway.
how hard can it be? I mean, it's a hairpin. And
I
it's a lock.
failed. I break my
Fail.
hairpin.
I also fail.
Fail.
What am I hoping to roll here?
A 4.
Oh no, 3 and a.
No, that's a
Three
4.
and-
That's a 4 on your 4, so
on your
you
4,
can
so that
explode
explodes.
that. So you can re-roll your D4.
Okay.
It's just weird because it's at the bottom rather than at the top. So that's a 4.
Okay. So that's a 4.
So
And
roll that
then
again.
Roll it again.
That's a
That's
1.
a 1.
So we'll. Oh,
5
but then
minus
it's
2
-2
is 3.
because if you're not trained in something, you have to deduct 2.
Bums.
Massive bums indeed.
Okay, so the lock picking route isn't working. This door remains between you and the remainder of the mansion.
Can I just kick it?
Yeah, I can try. Do me an athletics roll.
Athletics.
It's a D4. It's,
Okay.
You know, it's not nothing, but no.
We all pick last for PE, or does someone have a?
No,
It's a simple door. It stands between you and this and the rest
I'd
of the
like to
adventure.
hammer on the door.
Oh, we're doing so well.
I'm gonna hammer on the
I'm going to
door.
hammer on the door. I say, Pavensi.
Silence.
Pavensi.
Silence.
I know you're there, you melting butler. You can hear me.
I thought you were going to say you melting.
Yeah.
Yep. No one. There's no answer.
I have $745. Can I pay the door to open?
The door remains unmoved, being as it is a door.
All right.
What if we combine our delicate feminine strength? Perhaps we could open the door that way if we all pull together.
Together, yeah. If we all run it. Which way does the door open?
Does it open
as
inside
well?
or outward?
That's a great question.
Before kicking it.
Let's find out.
Pay close
Okay.
enough attention before the door was closed.
If it's heads, it opens outwards. If it's tails, it opens inwards. Okay, it's heads, it opens outwards.
Okay, so we all put our shoulders to the door.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
sync up.
Okay.
And then can we roll for it?
Yeah. All right.
And we do it on a 3, 2, 1. So we go
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
2,
1.
1, and then we
Yeah.
poof.
Okay. This
What are
would
we
yeah.
rolling?
This would be either you can roll either athletics or fighting, depending on which you would prefer.
Okay, so I'm rolling this 4 and a 6.
I've got 2 6s.
Come on, that's a 1.
Oh, I exploded on both.
Okay.
Hey! Okay, so 6 and a 4. And then a 4, so that's 12. Okay, so yeah, so I can't add them both together, but that one was a 12, so success and 2 raises.
Okay. Success and 2 raises.
A failure.
Failure.
I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 4 on my other one. I
Okay.
don't know what that means.
Yeah. So was it a D4 that you rolled the 4 on, or D6?
No,
that
it was
you
on
rolled?
the D6.
One on my
Okay, that's
4.
fine. So you got 1 success, you got a success and 2 raises, and you got failed. I think the raises can cancel out your failure.
Okay,
So
good.
yes, the 3 of you clatter into the door, and it's the lock ruptures in the door. The wood splinters around it.
I feel like he'd have put a really flimsy lock on it, not thinking much of
The strength.
Like our
Blades,
strength.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Hang on. Lola sits up in her bunk. What you doing?
Oh,
Bathroom break.
Yeah.
I'm having a.
Oh, we're not allowed bathroom breaks.
Oh well, do you
Miss
want me to
Evans,
do
you
a
said-
turd in the room,
Yeah, Lola.
Miss Lola? Or
Maybe-
do you want to mind your business and close your eyes and go to sleep?
Maybe the Great Redstone will magic it away.
I don't think he's coming
He
back till
won't,
the
honey,
morning.
he won't.
And you'll just have to smell doo-doo all night and you won't get to sleep.
You can't go outside. They said we weren't allowed to. I'm gonna tell Bev and see if you leave.
I will give you $100 to shut your mouth right
I love that.
$100.
now. Just shut up.
Do me a persuasion roll.
It's $100, man.
Yeah, we're at advantage.
At advantage, okay.
Just roll your dice twice and take the result.
4 and a 2 on my D6.
Okay.
And then a 6 on the wild.
Oh, roll that again.
4.
Yeah. Okay.
Raise.
She's like, $100. All right.
You didn't see nothing. You didn't hear nothing, you didn't see nothing.
Less competition for Lola.
This competition, you
I'm
die.
gonna be a star.
Oh, Lola.
Oh, Lola,
Oh,
I
Lola.
hope you die happy.
Okay, so the door is now open and you are free to
Okay.
leave.
Okay.
It was quite loud. Does it seem to have raised any alarms in the house? Any motion, movement?
Oh, it seems still.
Okay. All right. Well, then we close the door
Okay,
and try and make it look busted.
sure.
And do we have a sense of the layout of the Mystic Mansion?
You were led up some flights of stairs to get here, so you know you're on one of the upper floors of the building. You are now stood in a long carpeted corridor, but when you were shown in, it seemed like there were more doors off this corridor than there are now. The layout seems to have shifted since you were led into the room.
The old shifting corridors bit, eh?
The house has a different feel after dark as well. The halls are all lit by gas lamp, which throwing long shadows onto the wall. It suddenly feels less clubbable and convivial than it did before, a little more sinister.
This is spooky as heck.
Oh, it's like one of my daddy's old ghost stories.
Okay, which way should we go? Garnet?
Let's start opening doors. I go and try the nearest door, gently, in case there's someone asleep behind it.
Okay, so there is a large oak door with a brass handle a little further down the corridor. It is not locked.
I can gauge the size of a room by how close the doors are together. We're looking for a large room. It's a library. Does this look like a little
No,
washroom?
it looks like a large room.
All right, well then I'd try the handle.
Okay, yeah, the door is not locked. It swings open, and inside there's a bar. There's a long wooden bar, lots of bottles behind a mirror, a sort of backboard, some tables and chairs dotted around. There seems to be perhaps a club room, and there is a door on the other side of the room leading further onwards.
All right, well, things are looking up. Bypassing the bar, we go to the other door to check.
It's locked.
We put our shoulders to the door.
Come on, one more time.
Can I peek through the keyhole?
Yes, you can.
Do you want a notice roll for that?
Just do me a notice roll to see how
through
much you can see.
That's one success.
One success. Okay, yeah, you can see another corridor beyond this room. As you're peering in the keyhole, you hear a sort of tinkling sound coming from behind the bar. As you turn around, you see that a cocktail shaker is sort of levitated off the bar and is just sort of hovering there now.
Well, that's not normal.
Hey, cocktail shaker, make me a Shirley Temple.
The cocktail shaker sort of nods forwards, shakes back and forth, and then a glass slides across the bar. The cocktail shaker upends and decants a drink into the glass.
Well, bottoms up.
Okay.
This is the best Shirley Temple you've ever tasted.
Oh my God,
It's
that is
delicious.
delicious.
The cocktail
yeah.
shaker sort of seems to shake in happiness and
Oh,
agreement.
well done, Mr. Shaker. Good job.
It turns towards the two of you and sort of tilts itself.
Gotta keep our strength up.
What you fancy?
Hey, cocktail shaker, you know where the library is.
The cocktail shaker does.
So smart.
The cocktail shaker just like rotates like this.
Okay, I think that's confused it.
I think that's
All right.
cocktail shaker for I'm a cocktail shaker.
Fine, make me an old-fashioned cocktail shaker.
The cocktail shaker nods.
2, please.
It shakes and then it decants an old-fashioned into
Kindly.
the glass in front of you. Shakes again and then a cherry drops out.
You're coming with us, cocktail shaker. You're the newest member of the crew.
Okay, it is an excellent old-fashioned.
Fabulous.
And then it turns to you, Edie.
Same, please. But can I have an orange peel swirl rather than cherry?
Okay, it vibrates and then upends, decants an old-fashioned from the same cocktail shaker as before, and then an orange peel sort of twists out of the hole down into the drink.
I mean, this is genuine, real magic. So clearly, Redstone has access to something beyond the, mundane.
Are you drinking your old-fashioned?
Yes.
Okay, as you take a sip, you hear a click from the door on the side of the room. The cocktail shaker does a little spin and then settles down onto the bar.
I pat the cocktail shaker.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Can you pet the cocktail shaker? Amazing.
Thanks, boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Did anyone else hear that click in the door?
Oh,
Did it open?
do you want to try it?
Yeah, and Edie would like to try the door now.
But yeah, the door is now unlocked. Swings open into a corridor.
Well, I like this lock. Okay.
Magic powers.
I mean, if we're gonna have to drink a drink for every door, I'm worried about how many doors there are. Maybe this is it. You get so drunk that you can't get the book at the end.
Okay, so you
Wander down, have a look for another.
there is another door in this hallway.
Okay.
There is only one door in the hall.
Okay, I'd like to gingerly open it.
This door opens into what looks like a close-up magic parlor. There's a sort of circular table in the middle of the room. It's set with sort of high-backed chairs. There's lots of framed posters and magic memorabilia on the wall. A large chandelier hangs over it. A big oil painting of the Great Redstone sits on one of the walls sort of overlooking this parlor. A lot of purple velvet drapes surround the corners, and there is a door on the other side of the room.
Do you think he has a room that's just painted white? He has one room that's just white.
Like a nice beige or something.
It gets very overwhelming, doesn't it?
It's definitely not minimalist.
No.
Can we examine the painting? Does it look mystical or magical? Does its eyes follow you around the room?
So as you walk into the room, the table actually lifts off the floor, and it starts to hover, and then suddenly all of the objects on it, there's all sorts of like skulls and bell jars and framed butterflies and things on the wall. They all start to sort of whip up into a storm in the center of the room. So you try to take a step into the room, but this like maelstrom of objects starts spinning around. So yes, your passage across the room is now blocked by this whirlwind of magical objects.
I try to pay the object. No, I don't.
I wonder if we can sit at a table? Maybe if we had to take a drink from the bar, maybe we have to watch some tricks.
Ooh. Oh, that does seem like a thing he would want.
Yeah.
Is the table also flying around, or is that?
So the table has lifted off.
Yes.
All the objects on the table are now swirling around in a sort of maelstrom of.
So we can't simply take a seat and observe.
Well, the chairs are still on the floor.
Oh.
So if you would like to sit in the chairs, you can.
Should we try and sit in the chairs? Maybe that'll calm it
That's a
down.
good idea. All right, I take a seat.
Okay. Yeah, you're all sitting down? Mm-hmm. Cool, yeah, the table sort of like descends once you've sat down, and then a pack of cards slides out and it spreads out in front of you. And it starts doing card tricks in front of you. And you're just going to sit quietly and watch.
Oh, that's very good.
Wow.
I've never seen
Very
that before.
good.
That's very impressive.
That's the best card
Wow.
trick I've ever seen
You're
a
so
man do.
talented.
You're so
Oh, my
handsome
goodness.
and tall.
Yeah.
And not like those other boys at all.
Yeah.
Everyone do me a notice roll.
Oh, exploding on my 8.
6 plus 1 success, please.
What counts as a success? Is it 4s?
4s.
I have 10 and I roll 3, so that's a fail, I think.
You rolled a 3 on the 10.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a fail.
I got 2 successes.
Did you roll the 6 as well?
Yes, I got 3.
Okay, so
No,
yeah.
sorry. A success with 2 raises.
Okay, success with 2 raises.
1 success.
1 success. Okay, yeah, the two of you, you look over towards the painting of the Great Redstone, and the expression on it has changed. It looks very smug and very pleased with itself. Before he looked very, very serious, but now he's yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad.
So yeah, the cards fan out across the table. A lot of card bullshit that you have to sit through.
Oh yeah. Garnet can't stand close up like non-magical card magic.
Yeah.
Like illusions. It's all nonsense.
At one point, a card appears from behind your ear and is in front of your face,
I'd suffer through it.
and it's waiting for you to.
I nudge you.
Ooh. Where did the card come from? I wonder aloud.
Yeah, this seems to satisfy the cards, and they go back, and it finishes with a flourish. The cards go back into the box, and the door clicks. Seems to unlock.
Okay. Well, I think we're okay. Should we go?
Yeah, we're back away from the painting.
I do wonder what we'll have to do in the next room.
It's just a humiliation.
It really is,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
What could be worse than appreciating close-up magic, I say, and walk through the next door.
So this leads into a long corridor. There are no doors off this corridor. There's just, at the very end, there is a door at the very end of the corridor. Above the door is a brass plaque that says Inner Sanctum. But in front of the door, there is what looks to be a sort of large brass box with a glass case in front of it. And sat in this box is looks kind of like a wax figure of a man with a sort of twirly mustache and a little pointy goatee. It says Xandor across the top of it, and underneath it says Speaks. He has a crystal ball, wearing a flowing silken shirt and a waistcoat, this wax figure. He just sat in this box in front of the door.
That is creepy.
It is. It's true.
Does it seem magical? Is it levitating or making things whip around or anything like that? Can we?
No, it has a coin slot on the front.
Oh, this is a novelty. This is like from a carnival.
Oh,
It's a fortune teller.
I have seen these around at
I pat my
fairs.
pockets. Does anyone have any change?
Let's check.
I just have notes, sorry.
And that's where it ends.
That's where the adventure ends. No, I think it's reasonable that you have
It's reasonable that
change.
someone's got
Got a
a
nickel.
nickel.
Yeah.
All right, find a rusty nickel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's his name?
It's Xandor.
Xandor. Xandor, my good man. One of your finest fortunes. And I put a nickel in the coin slot.
Okay, place the nickel into the coin slot. It chunks into the machine with a hefty thunk. There are lamps either side of the figure that illuminate, and there's a sort of sound, and the figure raises its head. He says,
Hear your future from Xandor. The wise man knows that part of the happiness of life consists not in fighting battles, but in avoiding them. Heed my words, young one, and turn back. Xandor commands it.
Xandor says go back, but we can't do that.
Not after we watched so much close-up magic. So much of it never ended.
That was a lot.
Okay. Well. Do you want to try for a different fortune? Is he still active? Xandor?
yeah, the lights are
Powered
still
down.
on, and the crystal ball is glowing with some sort of light from within.
Should we all
Xandor
get
is-
one?
Yeah.
All
Hear
right.
what else this guy's got to say.
Hello, Mr. Xandor. Put in the coin. What do you have to say to me?
Hear your future from Xandor.
Hey.
It is better to remain quiet and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Turn back, says Xandor.
That's rude.
Maybe it's just, stock ideas.
Yeah, I think this is.
Or maybe it is a thinly veiled warning that if we go in this room, we'll die. What do you think?
It probably is just a warning system, and he likes the whole fortune teller thing, so he's just using this. But shoves the coin in.
Okay, Xandor continues looking straight forward. And he says,
Hear your future from Xandor.
and then the head turns and looks at you and says,
Error. Future not found.
Xandor stands up from the chair, pushes his way through the glass, and we're going to deal everyone into initiative.
Ah, Xandor!
As you fight Xandor,
Yeah.
the Crystal Seer. Right, I'm going to deal some initiative to everyone. So, starting with Garnet, 9.
It's okay.
Daphne on a 5. Edie also on a 9. And the Great Xandor on a Queen. Xandor will be acting first. Xandor kicks his way out of his little glass prison. And I guess the last person to put a coin in was you.
He was looking
Edie.
right at
So
me.
He's looking right at you. So he is basically gonna, like in great moments with Mr. Lincoln, he's basically unfolds out of the chair and is just gonna, and is basically just gonna try and strangle you. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a fighting roll.
Great.
What's your parry skill?
4.
What is Zoltar's fighting skill? Oh, D8. Pretty good.
He's got range.
Are we going to get killed by an animatronic?
Not these things again.
Okay, that's a success with a raise. So he moves over to you and he says,
Hear your future from Xandor. Edie lived while Edie died. Now join him on the other side.
and starts strangling you for.
Whoa.
What was your toughness?
It's 5. Wasn't expecting trauma as well. Dang, Xandor.
That
Okay,
seemed personally specific.
How did he know that?
you don't take any damage, but you are shaken. because you're being strangled by an animatronic fortune teller, which is fair enough. All right, so it's between you two to act.
I mean, Edie, you're being strangled. Do you want to act first?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best. I want to reach down under my dress and pull out my sword of Winchester and just...
Interesting.
If I can.
You reach for it, but it's not there.
No, they're not.
That's odd, because you were sure you would have noticed something like that going missing, and yet
No.
it isn't there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna look for then. Okay, one of the things that are easier to hide. My derringer. Yeah.
That is still there.
Okay. Good. Right. Yes. So I'd like to get that out and just try it right in his face and hope that that's some kind of weak spot.
Sure. Yeah. Do me a
Shooting.
do me a shooting roll.
Shooting roll. My shooting is D8.
Just against the flat 4.
Okay. 6 on my 6. Okay, that's a success with a raise.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Roll me damage for the derringer.
Okay, altogether that's a 4.
The bullet pings off Xandor. It dislodges a bit of his sort of waxen face, and
So
you
he
can
just
see
looks more horrific.
you can see the sort of metal shell underneath, but it doesn't seem to even slow him down.
Yikes.
Okay, next up.
It's me.
You with another 9.
Is his magic globe ball thing, you know, that illuminated, is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there in the case.
I'd like to kick it into bits.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do me a fighting roll.
Okay. Oh, fighting. Not very good.
I believe in you, Garnet.
I believe
All right, I got
You got this,
7 minus
queen.
2, so 5. 1 success.
One success.
Yeah, I'd like to hoof the magic orb.
Okay, roll me damage on your kick.
Oh, that's a 4 on my 4 and a 3, so 7. So 1 success.
So 1 success.
Well, 7 damage, I suppose.
Oh yeah, sorry, yes.
7 damage
So
rather
7
than
damage.
success in the race.
Yep. So a spider-like crack appears on the surface of the crystal ball, and you see a little sort of blue smoke start to wisp out of it. It sort of curls its way towards you.
Is it wired, his box? Is it like electricity?
So you don't see any wires leading into the Xandor box, but you notice since Garnet cracked the orb, the lights have dimmed slightly inside the box.
Okay. I'm also going to try and batter this box.
Okay, so are you aiming for the box or the orb?
The orb, I think.
Okay.
Now that I've seen that little bit of magic smoke
Cool.
come
Are you
out.
going to shoot it or kick it, or what are you going to do to it?
I'm not going to risk shooting it. I think I will... Is there anything nearby that, like, I could use to... Is there, like, a chair or something I could, like, bash it with?
There are some stanchions that are sort of holding up velvet ropes along the side of the...
I know what a stanchion is, because I'm a lady. I'll take one of those stanchions, and
Okay.
I'll go for it.
Yep, sounds good. Do me a fighting roll, please.
Fighting is 4. Rolled a 2. So that's a fail. Right?
You got a 6
You
as
got
well
your
to roll.
D6 as well for your fighting.
1.
Okay, yes. So, yeah, you swing, pick up this heavy stanchion. It has a sort of ornate bat on the end. It's very elaborate, and that means it's very heavy. So as you sort of pick it up, you try and swing it, but it tips you backwards because of the weight of it. So yeah, you stagger back away from the box. And that is everyone. We'll go back to the top of the order. Okay, Garnet,
Yes, please.
you're on a 5.
No, thank you.
Daphne on a 7. Edie on a 3.
Or
And an ace for my man Xandor.
man.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Xandor drops you, Edie, and turns to you, Daphne, and says,
Hear your future from Xandor. The spirits say you seek a friend, but you will meet with her same end.
and it just takes a massive haymaker directly at you. So
punching a lady.
Right.
Loser.
What's your toughness?
4.
4. Okay, so yeah, this arm swings around like a giant wooden log draped in golden silk and smacks you into the wall. You sort of hit the wall, collapse back, and then a big framed straitjacket from a magical performance in years past lands on you. You take 1 wound.
Okay.
And you are shaken for the next time you need to act as well. Cool, all right. Next up is Edie on a 7.
Okay, I realised I forgot to unshake in the previous round, so I remember to unshake right now.
Okay.
Right? What do I need to do to unshake?
You do a spirit roll.
Spirit, lovely. No.
No. Pretty shaken. You can Benny it if you want.
I'll Benny it. I'm unshaken, there we go.
Okay, cool. You can act. What are you doing?
I see this. I've been noticing the cracks in the orb, and I'm gonna follow Garnet's lead and go for that as well.
Okay.
Casting a sympathetic eye towards Daphne on the floor. Okay, you got this.
She's bleeding a little. It looks kind of like I got punched. She looks quite excited actually. I've never been punched before.
Oh dear.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with my damage.
Sorry, you get a Benny for that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Woo! There you go, we got it.
Oh great.
There you go. Nice.
Coins.
So you're doing a shooting roll.
Shooting roll.
You're shooting it, or are you kicking it, or punching it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try shoot it. I'm gonna try and like kind of go right up to it, just like so
Yeah.
I don't have to like aim particularly.
That sounds fair. Shooting roll then, please.
Yes, 1 success.
Great. Roll damage.
Okay. 3.
3. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I'm afraid the tiny little weak plastic bullets of the Derringer just ping off the crystal ball. Says Xandor. His head turns through like fully 180 degrees and looks at you, and then spins back.
Damn animatronics.
Even the animatronic men are patronising the women in this.
Garnet, it's you.
Oh, is it me?
It's your turn. You don't need to unshake him.
No, I don't.
Yep. So go for it.
All right. Well, can I check for my gun and not have that make my entire turn?
Your gun is there.
Oh, okay. My gun's still here.
Your gun's still there.
Oh, okay, great. I'd like to draw my Cult Peacemaker and just like fire directly into the crystal ball.
Great. Shoot and roll me.
Let's do a shoot and roll. That is not a success, and I'm going to spend a Benny because I really want to kill this crystal ball. Yay! All right, on my 6, that was a 6 plus a 5, that's 11. So
Great.
that's 1 success and a raise.
Fine. Roll me damage.
Probably want the damage now, don't
Yes,
you?
please.
That's 2d6 plus a 1. Okay, that's a 2 on my 6 and a 6 on my 6. So I'm gonna explode that, and that's another 2.
10.
So that's 10 plus 1 because it's a Cult Peacemaker. So that's 11.
Yeah, very good. The bullet smashes through the crystal ball. Blue smoke is pouring out of it now, and the lights are very low and flickering inside the case. And Xandor seems to be moving a lot slower and more jerkily now. He's sort of like almost fizzing with little sparks coming out of him. He is still up, but he looks a lot the worse for wear. Daphne, it's your turn. You'll need to unshake before you can do anything.
Okay.
So do a spirit roll.
2
But you got a 4.
and a
4,
4.
so succeed.
So 6.
So yes, you can now act.
Okay. I think I've learned my lesson about picking up heavy things. So the case is pretty cracked now, right?
I mean, yeah, the case is like completely shattered in the front.
Okay.
The crystal ball is like almost shattered and pouring blue smoke out of it.
How big is the crystal ball?
It's about the size of a soccer ball.
Okay, I'm gonna get my handkerchief from my lady's pocket.
Sure.
I'm a lady, I have such things, I'm sure. Kind of shield myself from the broken glass, and then I'm gonna just lift up the crystal ball and just chuck it across
Oh,
the
nice.
room.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
Why didn't I think?
I think athletics or fighting. or strength. Any of those.
All the same for me, so...
Agility?
Or yeah, I guess
Can I
it's
do
pretty
it like
agile.
I'm bowling it?
Yeah,
That's more agility,
yeah,
right?
that's, yeah.
All right, let's
Try and
call it
bowl it
agility.
into the wall.
I do ladies' bowls every week with my grandmother. 5 and a 1.
Okay, well that's a success.
Great.
So
Pull the shit out of it.
the damage on this, I think, would be pretty hefty. Roll me 2d6.
1 and a 5 again.
Okay, so yeah, okay, fine. So yeah, are you just gonna smash it on the floor?
I'm gonna bowl it
You're gonna bowl it into the wall? Or?
against the wall, so like kind of aiming for the window.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you do a big wind-up bowl. It like rolls along the carpeted floor and then shatters against the running border in this corridor. And at this, all the smoke just flows out and dissipates into the air. And Xandor and is still and no more. So, well done.
Bravo.
Well, nice one, Daphne.
That's for punching me. She just spits, there's still blood in her mouth.
Yeah, so the Xandor case is still there, but there's a sort of click and it sort of moves forward slightly. And at this, the little hatch above the door spins around, and the mechanical owl from earlier spins around and says,
Ooh, I'm the last step we all must take, a journey from which none awake. What am I?
Oh, riddles.
Is it death?
the door slides.
I hate animatronics.
Slides aside, and the door is ajar now.
It's a jar now.
Door's
sorry.
ajar.
Door.
Same thing.
You lose a Benny? No. It's,
Just get one.
so yeah, before you is a dark room. It's hard to see anything in the gloom. Ahead of you, there is a switch by the door which seems to control the gas lamps. So,
Shall we turn the lights on, or do you think that's a trap too?
I think everything in this
Throw
godforsaken
it.
place
Can't
is
see a thing. We can't get anything done like this.
yeah.
I go for the light.
okay, turn the lights. The gas lamps roar into life to reveal a scene of horror in front of you. This room is filled with dead magicians' assistants. One is drowned in a milk jug. Another is on a rotating knife board with knives sticking out of her. One seems to have been mauled by some sort of big cat. And in the center of the room, there is a cabinet with swords stuck through it, and the points of the sword are dripping with blood.
Wait,
I look for my sister immediatally. I'm not really giving each body the respect that they probably are due, because I'm just grabbing, trying to see each face to see which one is Gertrude.
Yeah, none of the faces in the ones that their faces are obviously visible belong to Gertrude. The only one remaining in the room now is the sword cabinet, which has a latch on the side.
I just go towards it and open it.
The door swings open, and inside, Gertrude is curled up with several swords plunged through her.
I'm sorry, Daphne.
Oh, Daphne.
It's okay. You ladies help me get her out of this, and you can just give her some peace.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying not to look at her, but I'm just like pulling the swords out as gently as I can. And I'm,
Yeah, that's
doing
fine.
that. Yeah.
The swords are they remove easily from the slots, and you're able to sort of gently take her out of the
Yeah. I'm
out of
just
the
gonna
case.
carry her and put her, I'm guessing there's like a sofa or some kind of
There's a large chaise lounge in the corner of the room.
Yeah, and I cover her with a blanket, and I say, I swear to God, Gertie, I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. It's the last thing I do.
Across the other side of the room, there is a large framed redstone poster. It's a full-on image of his face in black and white. His head is swathed in a turban, and his eyes fix the viewer, and it says, Redstone, the one who knows. And as you look at this poster, you see the eyes move, and then they swoop up and are replaced by the eyes from the original painting. So,
Saw you, we know you're there.
so it seems as if Redstone now knows you're here, and we will leave it there for part 1. Thank you so much for joining us for Oxventure Presents Deadlands. Thank you very much, Tilly. Where can people find more of your work if they would like to find you on the internet?
I'm on the Instagram at Tilsty. I'm on the Bad Place, Twitter at Tilly Steele. You can see me on No Rolls Barred, Chaotic Neutral, if that's your jam. And I'm around. Look at me, I'm in this room, right?
Yeah.
I'm real and everything.
Excellent.
Oh, gosh.
Actually exists. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Jane and Ellen as well. And if you would like more from Oxventure Presents Deadlands, you can head to patreon.com/OX Club, where producer Zach and myself will be going through the behind the scenes details about how these shows come together in our show, the Deadlands Epitaph. So check that out at patreon.com/OX Club, and we will see you next time.
Y'all come on back now, you hear?
You.